The following video is the second in a two-part series. If you haven't seen the first video already, I would encourage you to click on the box. If you have already seen it, or frankly don't care if you've seen the first one or not, sit tight.
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Well, I decided to go with Nohr because I've seen Hercules and he got kidnapped as a baby too, and everything turned out just fine for him. And hey, this way I'll be able to kill members of Hoshido in a bloody conquest. So, I fought my new siblings with my old siblings, and they actually made me dislike a few of them, so I was able to strike Takumi down without it weighing too heavily on my conscience. And then I had my Nohrian family fight the rest. Unfortunately, Leo got killed, but the rest of them are just fine, and I was returned to the capital to see my father. So my reward for choosing Nohr when confronted by my treacherous family was a quick and painful execution, and the king told Xander to do it. But my siblings said, now hold on Garon, that's not really fair. So he reconsiders murdering me himself and instead has me go on a suicide quest. All I have to do is single-handedly put down an insurrection. So I head into the Swamp of Death, and in there I get jumped by a bunch of faceless. Fortunately, my maid Felicia catches up with me, but it's 16 on 2, so we're gonna need to work together to survive this. Well, I mean, I'll probably be fine, but Felicia definitely needs my help. As the battle began to look grim, my sister Elise and my childhood friend Silas ran up and offered to help, but another healer and a cavalier aren't exactly enough to hold off the huge horde of faceless. I'm gonna need at least a heavily armored chick and an awesome dude who claims to be an ally of justice. Whoa, hey, Effie and Arthur, when'd they get here? So the battle required a freaky amount of fighting prowess to pull off, but I managed it. I mean, I did get into a bit of a pinch where I had to choose between Silas and Arthur dying, but the computer had mercy on me and didn't kill either of them. But honestly, I was only in that position because Arthur got critted with a 1% chance. Seriously, I kid you not, every stage he got hit by at least one critical blow. After that little scuffle in the swamp, I wound up in the Ice Tribe, and when they learned that I was here to stop their pitiful rebellion, they attacked me. I was joined by two more allies, Niles and Odin. The battle was hard fought. I got some unique lines of dialogue by having Felicia attack her sister and her father, but when it was all said and done, I managed to talk them out of rebelling. Unfortunately, my friends helped me with the fight, so my father had to send me on another suicide quest. But not before taking a quick detour to pick up my cute little villager Mozu. I mean, if she's anything like Donald, she'll become pretty powerful. So I had her land the killing blow on a few faceless and the boss. Awesome! Time to play matchmaker. I think I'll pair her up with Silas. After that, we headed off to Fort Dragonfall to oust some Hoshidians. Here we got the super dark and brooding Nyx. She's so dark and complex, and I just don't understand her. She ran away from her home because her parents wouldn't let her go to the My Chemical Romance concert, and unfortunately they broke up before she could go to one. But I wouldn't worry about her, because for a few turns after getting her, she really got to embrace the darkness permanently. But with her as my only loss, I fought through the remaining enemies, and all that remained was the boss. And then, April Fools! 5 powerful enemies coming up from the stairs. I got lucky and only lost one ally from the ambush. No! Owain! I mean Odin! Then, I tried my hand at the next stage. Then, I dropped the difficulty. Call me a coward if you will, but honestly, this was such a huge load off my shoulders. It changed everything. I used to play this game curled up in the corner of my room crying, and after this, I could actually start having fun with the game. And it wasn't too easy. I mean, on the next stage, I still lost Selena, and I also got Camilla. After that fun, I went to the Rainbow Sage to be gifted with his power, but he was taken captive by Hoshido. As I saved him though, he claimed that he unlocked the powers within me, or something like that. And after that, Iago showed up and told me that, much like Hoshido, my father doesn't want anyone else getting the Rainbow Sage's power, and so I was ordered to kill him.
So I did.
After that, I went to one of the craziest stages of all time. Throughout the whole stage, there were these pots that I needed to break, but the rules were convoluted, but I'll try my best to explain them to you. Red pots are impassable. You cannot destroy them. Yellow pots are electric. they will electrocute you. Green pots are alarm pots. If you destroy them, you will have to fight an enemy soldier. Orange pots are orange scented. They will make you smell delicious. Blue pots are water pots. Swim through them if you like. But if you smell like oranges, the piranhas will bite you. Also, if a blue pot is next to a yellow pot, the water will zap you. Purple pots are slippery. You will slide to the next pot. However, the slippery slope smells like lemons, which piranhas do not like. Purple and blue are okay. Finally, pink pots. They do not do anything. Step on them all you'd like. I barely squeaked by with a collective 1 HP between my 11 units. That's right, 11 units, because I unfortunately lost Inigo and Silas. Sorry, Mozu. After that level, I needed to put down a rebellion with Hans. He apologizes about trying to kill me, but that's not what I'm personally upset about. I'm mad that he killed Gunter. But we start off the next mission, and it is against Takumi, and he is powerful. He just marches right up and one-shots Effie. No! I needed her! She was my heavy armored awesome unit! Where am I gonna find another one of those? Oh, hey, Benny! So I beat Takumi, Scarlet, and the rest of the units, and then Hans kills all the survivors in a blood rage. After that, we earned ourselves some R&R, so we were invited to a concert where my character revealed how stupid he is. Before the cutscene, he says, "Gee, I wonder where Azura is." And then this character pops up and does a sexy dance really quick, and then she just runs away. Then Azura shows up, and my character asks if she saw a talented singer with waist-long blue hair. She says no, but the stage is still great because of the characters that you get. This sweet werewolf, Keaton,
werewolves of London,
and my awesome brother Leo. After the battle, I try to meet up with Azura, but as I do that, she attempts to drown herself. I follow her, and we both end up in this weird world. It's funny because if you talk about the world, you stop existing. And who's in this strange world but Gunter, of course? The level is really easy because they tempt you to kill the boss or escape. And since I went with escape, I finished it really easily. But the reason we went there was so that we could get a crystal to see King Garon's true form. Oh, what the fuck? Nope, 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 nope. Then a ton of awesome things happened. First off, Jacob joined our team and I immediately replaced Flora. And then the next level was flippin' sweet because it may be the first time in a video game that we ever had ninja pirates.
being a pirate is a recipe. Do what you want 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You are a pirate.
So the battle was hard fought, and I finally found the person responsible for the ninja piracy. But he didn't beg for his life. However, he did politely ask for it.
Tut tut. As your merciful princess, I hereby decree that everyone who was ever mean to me shall be executed. What?
Yeah, I already have a pretty good archer, so I don't really need Shura. After that, we fought regular ninjas. You see, they were our allies, but then we learned that they took enemies hostage, so we betrayed them. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either, but they did kill Kaze and Perry.
But I was gonna do that to you.
After that fun level, we went and met a silly and eccentric prince, but surprise, it was Zol the whole time! He captured the Hoshido royals, but he did it in some pretty dishonorable circumstances, so we decided to set them free, and the game is actually getting harder. On this level, we had to fight a lot of reclass enemies, and they actually managed to kill Gunter a second time. Gunter, no! Oh, I'll never forget the time you fell off the bridge. That was fun. Actually, wait a minute. I think I already mourned his death, huh? But after that battle, I completed the main reason I chose Nohr, you know, one of my conquests. Let's be honest, the second I learned that I wasn't related to my Nohr siblings by blood, I knew I was going to marry Camilla. Best wife in the game, after all, because of two very big reasons.
Her intelligence and personality.
Well, after the marriage, one of the stupidest explanations for how the child mechanic is even possible in Fates was given to us. So me and Camilla saved our daughter Kana, who can turn into a dragon just like me. And after that battle, Flora joined us too, but I'm keeping Jacob because I have a totally hetero crush on him. And after that, I had a pretty easy time on a level killing Kitsune. We told them that we were just passing through, but they fully convinced us that we were actually there to poach them for their fur. And who are we to say no? Now, the next level in the game was the hardest level, in my opinion. We passed through the Wind Village, but the chief couldn't help but notice that we had some sacred weapons with us. He just needs to make sure that we were, you know, worthy of them. So we played a nonsense level that had wind currents that would blow your characters all around into places where they could easily get killed. On my first run at the stage, about half of my team got killed. But I worked out a solution. Instead of bringing a whole team, I just grabbed my most powerful units, you know, Benny, Arthur, Keaton, and my Nohrian siblings. And then we went as far right as possible and just rode the wind current straight to the boss and punched him in the face.
A shameful end.
Then we were walking up the stairs, and it was another easy level. Sure, there were a bunch of fairly powerful Faceless, and they did manage to kill Flora, but there were also a ton of dragon veins that held the Faceless completely still, so we could easily escape. But after that level, something completely stupid happened. I let my guard down, and I honestly don't know why the game thinks I'm scared of Faceless, because in the tactical part, they are zero threat. But my character got snuck up on one, and Lilith comes out of nowhere and takes the punch and dies. Really? Because I fed her like the entirety of Kansas's amount of wheat. After that, we raided a fortress that belonged to Hoshido, and I had to kill Hannah. I mean, it was a tough level because they almost killed Kana and Keaton, but I prayed to whatever pagan gods were listening, and I made it out of there. But the fairy dust must have worn off, because at the end there, while fighting the boss, Yukimura got a critical hit with one of his shurikens, sending Benny Boy to the bountiful beyond. After the battle, Hans took part in his favorite pastime, murdering unarmed and injured prisoners. Xander was gonna tell him to cut that out, but guess what? King Garon is here. We headed to the next level, which was pretty easy, because the only troops I have left are pretty powerful and pack a punch. But the battle ended with Takumi's defeat. But we didn't want to kill him, and he didn't want to be taken captive, so he just threw himself off a wall. But we couldn't find his body. Ooh, spooky.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
The next level was against another sibling, and it went pretty well. Except it was almost impossible to defend troops anymore because the Dragon Vein Hinoka set off every couple turns that allowed flying units to move 12 spaces. So let's say you have Azura just minding her business on one side of the map, and another side of the map, a flying unit that wasn't there a turn ago pops up with a nearly endless movement. What do? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You lose Azura! It's upsetting too because her and Arthur were so close to marriage, as were Niles and Felicia, and it looks like their daughter was Robin Hood, only a girl. She was stealing from some old guy and we told her not to do that, and she politely declined, and we were given some pretty simple instructions. Kill every member of her merry band before she escapes. I misunderstood and thought we had to keep her alive. So when she went into this room to steal his stuff, I just stood at the door unarmed and caught about 20 arrows to my chest. It wasn't until everyone else was dead that I realized that when it said rout all enemies, it also meant her. So I had some good old-fashioned child abuse and had Niles put an arrow right between her eyes. Then she joined us, hooray! Then we headed back to the main storyline. Ryoma was there and he was pretty angry because I pretended like I killed Hinoka. The game said he could only contain his rage for 25 turns, and in that time, I had to get my units through the stage so that they could help Chet. But the game must have forgotten that I can turn into a dragon, and I could kill Ryoma in one-on-one combat. So I did. And after the battle, Ryoma had to restore honor. Kinda like that one time I had to.
I have dishonored my memory! I must perform Sudoku!
Alright, so if there's a 5 there and a 5 there, oh, that means I can put a 5 right here. Oh, I love Sudokus. And done. Hey, Dad, look, I did a Sudoku! Did I restore honor to the family?
Yeah, son. You sure did. Yeah, son, I'll go ahead and put this on the fridge. That way your mom can see it. But you know, Ryoma ended up killing himself with one of these. Maybe you should try that next time.
Holy jeez, I'm surprised they got away with that in a T-rated game. After the performance, Garon went into the throne room, and Iago and Han started talking to me and my siblings, and we decided, you know, we're getting real tired of you guys' crap. And so we decided to kill them. In the battle, they did manage to kill Leo and Baruka, but we still killed them, so it's all good. After that battle, I told my family about the absolutely horrifying appearance of Father and asked if they would help me defeat them. They said if I could prove it, they would absolutely rally behind me, and I told them that the truth was right behind this door. But first I had another mission to get a child. Elise and Keaton got hitched and gave birth to Little Red Riding Hood.
Hey there, Little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. You're everything a big bad wolf could want.
Seriously, a wolf character with a red hood is clever character design. Between her and Robin Hood over there, we got the most hood group of characters you could ever wish for.
I ain't gonna let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Down in Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece.
Anyway, we rush into the throne room, and who's standing there but Slime Dad, of course.
So, Androd, you show your true form.
Now this level was super easy because it was the first level to tell the truth. The amount of enemies you see over there are the amount of enemies you're gonna fight in this level. So I used Xander, fought them all, and then we went over and killed Slime Dad. After that, the real final boss showed up, Takumi, and he one-shotted me. In the afterlife, Mom, Ryoma, and Takumi all told me that I should probably go kill that Takumi since the real Takumi was standing right here. So I got up and called him out, and his response was, I am Takumi.
Wait, I only know one character who capitalizes every other letter of their sentences. Can it be?
Hi, I'm Takumi, and I'm saving up monies for Roll Academy. Takumi goes and makes you proud.
Unfortunately, in the battle, I lost Aizana, and most tragically, Kana. Seriously, is there anything more heartbreaking than having your kid die in front of you and having her final words be,
I love you, Papa.
It's not my fault.
Well, we struck down that dirty daughter killer, went back to Nohr, and crowned Xander as the king of Pride Rock. And everyone was happy, except for the countless dead people we left in our wake. But so was the path of the conqueror.
So, that's Fire Emblem Fates. Conquest. I absolutely love this game, and I had a lot of fun once I lowered the difficulty. But I can't help but wonder, did I choose the right choice? You can click on that. You can click on it. Or you can click on this right here, because I'm gonna do a playthrough of Revelations. Let's play. It'll be good. It'll be good. I can't promise that. Nothing I make is good. I make myself. That's Fire Emblem Fates. Yep, that's Fire Emblem Fates.
Sorry.
That's Fire Emblem Fates. That's Fire Emblem Fates. That's Fire Emblem Fates. That's Fire Emblem Fates. Conquest. That's Fire Emblem Fates. That's Fire Emblem Fates. That's Fire Emblem Fates. Conquest. Wow, great throw, Scott.
You're welcome.